Streamlabs.
Because if not, it's all good.
Yeah, that fucks up the whole camera angle.
Oh no. It
Yeah.
Do
does.
we all need to leave?
No. It's fine. I won't share the screen just
That's
to.
all
Yeah. Next time. Remind me next time. I forget.
right.
Okay.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 19 of the Cross Media Show. Today is, of course, our weekly discussion of Attack on Titan. This week's episode is episode 8. But I just want to apologize, Fiona. I'm so sorry. It was a hell of an episode, and I'm so sorry you had to go through this.
I don't even know what to say.
I think I should apologize to all you guys because you are not going to be happy with my thoughts at the end.
Well, I'm apologizing to Fee just because her favorite character died. So I just wanted to get that out of the way.
You and
Okay,
me
this is
both
good, 'cause-
knew this was coming. Like for the past 2 episodes, we're like, this is going to happen in the next couple of episodes.
I want to let you guys know that manga-wise, this happened like late 2017, early 2018. Like in the manga, that's how long we've known that this happened. So everyone being like, "Oh, yeah," I'm like, "No," and then like. I remember the day that it came out because one of my friends at work was just like, "Did you read the new manga?" And I'm like, "No, what happened?" And he's like, "Oh no,
Oh no."
and he's just like, because he's just like, "Are you currently doing anything?" Like, no, and he explained it, and I stopped reading the manga, like from that particular point, and I recently got back into it, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I think it's gonna help me get through this episode. It did not. It didn't help me at all.
Of course not.
Not even a little bit. No. But yeah, that's my favorite character in probably anime in general. And now we've yeah.
And now she's gone.
She's
Well,
gone.
She lives in our hearts.
This is true. This is true.
Shot through hers.
True.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. But yeah, that's how I've been feeling over the past 72 hours-ish.
Yeah. So before we get into the episode, let me introduce everybody, and I'm sure I don't need to, but I'm going to keep on doing it anyway. We have Fiona, Christian.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course, my pleasure. You know, and we have the anime expert, Ryan. Ryan, how's it going?
Hey, doing pretty good. How you doing, Ruben? You're looking cozy there with your hoodie.
It's so hot now. Somebody just turned on the heat, and I've been wearing this hoodie the whole day, so I'm just gonna take it off because it's really hot.
Just rip that thing off, man.
Okay, hold on.
Just take it off.
And the audio listeners, there's one out there I know who listens. Hilarious. You got to watch this on video. The way he was wearing that sweater.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
It was unique.
It was driving me nuts.
Quick question while we're on this.
Yeah.
Are you guys tie your sweater around the waist kind of growing up? You know what I mean?
When I was growing up, yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've done it before. I'll do it again.
Sure.
That's what the cool kids did.
Yes, I agree. Thank you.
Okay. Do you still do it? Is the question.
I'm not going to answer that.
It's okay if you do. I do sometimes too.
I don't.
Okay. All right. Well, there's no shame.
Maybe the flannel.
Yeah. If it's a flannel, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So, Fiona, let's get straight into it.
Hi. Oh my god. By the way, my notes. Let's start off with how my notes went. It was the title of the episode, which is Assassin's Bullet, and I put in brackets, I hate this. And then no, I really, really actually hate this. I don't understand if you guys understand this. And I really wish that they did the anime original instead of following the manga. There are a few things that are a little bit different than the manga this episode, but we'll get into that when we get to those particular points. But it's not too much. It was a good reason why they kind of went a little bit different. but we'll get into there later on. So we start off where we left our survivors, Reiner's new Titan look, which still looks pretty bomb. We get to see a better look this episode of his
Yeah.
full
Yeah, Squidward.
body.
I like the hair on him. I think it looks cool.
Yeah, the longer hair and the spiky spikes now.
He looks like
Oh,
a man
yeah.
with nothing to lose,
Oh,
which
yeah.
he is.
A man with nothing to lose.
He
I think
definitely is.
he's just a man that's lost everything.
And what
Yeah.
if you have nothing? If you lost everything, you got nothing left to lose.
I mean, sure, that's like the glass half empty sort of side of it, you know? I'm looking at it. This glass is literally at the top, and he's shaking the glass. The water's coming out right now, you know?
Well, technically, Zeke has less time than he does, and I think the only difference that we see in Zeke's Titan ability compared to Reiner's is his eyes now grow red, like glow red. That was pretty much the only difference that I specifically saw the last episode when we saw Zeke
Mm-hmm.
playing baseball as per the usual,
Yeah.
the Zeke way, the Zeke signature. But yeah,
The swing bat
we
about
still
a
see the
swing.
kids screaming for Reiner. Swing bat about it, and a lot of misses from Zeke. We see the kids continuing to scream because these kids will not stop, and Reiner just wants to die, guys. He just wants to die in peace, but he can't. Reiner was pretty much, even though he wants to die, he's like, you know what, I may as well try to attack this guy. And I think he very much at that particular point think that we realize that he's just looking for death and knows that Eren can take him out, but that's actually not what he was trying to do, but gets completely smashed in the jaw. Like, rest in peace, the jaw, the face. But his full-on mission was to grab the Jaws Titan from the the list, the Founding Titan / Warhammer Titan / Attack Titan,
Yeah.
because now he has a full-on list of different Titans that he has. Decimating him completely with his crystal fist. My goodness. Oh, I felt kind of bad for this, but at the same time, like, no.
Such a cool
goodness.
technique by Eren, by the way. The crystal fist
Oh, yeah.
hardening.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Once he
Oh,
figured
yeah.
that out,
Sorry.
That technique's cool. Also, how he can now do it to like protect certain parts of his body when he knows he's about to take a strong hit.
yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Kind of reminds me of Reiner's ability to be able to move consciousness wherever he wants to in the body. So if his head gets decapitated, that he doesn't instantly die. But that doesn't really save him in the long run. We saw in season 3, though. Oh God. We see Eren pop out of the back of the Attack Titan, and Mikasa, once again crying for Eren, picks him up, and they fly off after. But beforehand, he says, "I think the fight's over. We're out of strength at this point. I can't kill Reiner." This was a little bit different than the manga, just the wording wise, because in the anime it sounds like he can't exactly kill Reiner at this point. In the manga, it's more in the lines of like he doesn't want to. Like he could at this particular point, but he is kind of struggling with that particular point, which is kind of nice to see that he still kind of feels bad, but maybe
I
kind of
mean,
weighing back between the two.
I thought it was just like, I'm not gonna kill Reiner. He's just gonna do it himself in a couple days. Give it some time, you know.
Whoa!
Dark.
But then he's been trying to do it for the past couple episodes, and it's just not working. So I figured, you know.
That's a shame about that change. I actually enjoyed the manga's reading of that better.
Yeah. Yeah, I did too. I'm not specifically sure why they changed it, but it may have tried to make Eren look a little bit more like intimidating compared to just his response there, or maybe they thought he was just, it seemed a little bit off character. I don't think it did.
No.
Because I think especially with the conversation that they had in the basement, it seems like very much on brand that he would say like, hey, we're this, like he just said in the basement, like we're the same person, we're the same, like we're literally the same. And so having that little bit of remorse for him made a little bit more sense than how it was addressed in the anime. But Who knows? Mikasa says it's time to go home, and Eren takes one last look at his old friend in his mangled Titan form and says, "See you later, Reiner," and they both fly off. Whoosh! The armored Titan rumbles and makes some noises, and just no life in his eyes. It's kind of like Eren's now spreading the lifeless eye movement, the dead eyes movement, and it's just not going well for him either.
Did they?
Kind of crashes back down.
Did he make
What's up?
noise? I do not remember him making noise.
He kind of rumbles a little bit and makes like an odd noise, like pretty much like a sigh of like I'm done, and then just falls back down again.
Okay.
Because I remember
Interesting.
like making note of it because it was kind of odd for him to kind of like make a growling noise. It wasn't even so much a growling noise. It was just like a I don't want to make this noise for the podcast. I apologize, guys. It sounds like a very much like a like done sound. Most like it was a very soft like rumbling noise, and then that was it. And then we just see Reiner and Porco in their Titan forms just laying beside each other.
The steam coming out of him.
With steam, just straight up steam, which is the way to go, guys. Way to go. Back at the blimp, we see the scouts are following the plan and hooking on to avoid being left behind. As always, however, this is not a simple task, and Jean tells everyone to make sure to protect the airship, which kind of contradicts what they say later on, because they were saying like protect the airship in this particular point, but later on he says like nothing can cause problems with the airship, it'll be fine. It may be because of like how far they are off the ground, but I felt like that was a little bit of a contradiction with what he was saying, but it might be because they were waiting for the other team, which was Lima, which we find out later on. Oh my goodness, we see Falco and Gabby, fantastic, and the soldier that in their hiding spot in the building.
I love the TikToks this week of everyone just like coming out and being like, yeah, Gabby sucks.
Yep.
I've said this before though. Like Gabby is a pain in the
I
ass.
still stand Gabby.
She just needs to go.
She's a heartbreaker.
She's something.
You know what I mean?
She needs to go. And for all the people trying to argue with me on TikTok, just because she has certain things happen, I do not care. She still needs to go. But I have more words. She still needs to go.
Does she just need to get thrown out the Zeppelin?
Yes. Honestly, in my notes, I literally put like I never like agree with Flock, ever. Like Flock is like he's annoying as hell. But when he said I'm going to throw them out this like the airship, I'm like, yes, do it. Like Flock, we never agree on anything. Like going to the Hamilton moment, it's just like we don't agree on many fronts, but like Flock has my vote here.
Yeah.
Like he's I'm with him getting shoved off the
honestly
maybe Falco.
I wouldn't even have said anything. I would have just like, oh shit, she fell out, you know?
For real.
Yeah.
I guess they are kids though.
But like
kids can die.
You could just scare the shit out of her.
Children die.
You could just scare the shit out of her. Somebody could go pick her up while she's in midair, you know?
Oh my god. I just have so many feelings about this. But yeah, she could as per Gabby fashion, she decides to run off by herself with a gun and then screaming for Eren Yeager, and Falco trying to stop her and by running behind. And then we have the opening song, which I like decided to watch fully. Like usually if I've watched
you skip it.
If it's not my every so often I do, but this time I was just like, you know what? I'll give myself that extra 50 seconds of like the opening so I don't need to live what's about to happen in the next episode. Also, I just want to let you guys know I was switching between this episode and literally an anime about a koto, which is a Japanese instrument, because I could not mentally handle this episode. But I digress.
Oh, is that the big string instrument?
Yeah, it's I was watching Kono Oto Tamare?
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
I've
like
seen it. Yeah.
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 So I've been watching that because it's a cute slice of life anime. You know what I mean? They like
yeah, it's really fun and really cute.
Yeah, because I needed it. I needed
like
this.
you,
and then
Well, thank you.
Exactly. This is
Ryan, just a
God.
heads up.
All right.
You might want to have Fiona on the show. Anime Nation, your anime
We
podcast.
should do it.
Yeah.
We should.
I'm just saying, she watches a
Yeah.
lot of anime.
We could do that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
Yeah,
turn this
we'll
into
talk about that
ASMR.
later on,
Yeah.
because it's okay. Mostly
Can
because
you-
I've
can
been
you
like literally filling all my time with anime recently,
Yeah.
so I don't have to deal with this. So the opening has finished, and come back to a number of scouts hooked on the skyship, shooting down below as they were directed to do so by our friend Gene himself. We also see one particular hook hitting the back of the airship. By the way, this scene got hyped up so much on TikTok, mostly because of what's about to happen, which you see Aaron and Mikasa on the side of the airship, and someone opens the door. That would be Armin himself. The adult version of Armin is standing there.
You say
People were
adult,
like
but
really
like
freaking out.
barely
I mean,
an
he's
adult.
19.
There.
He's barely an adult. And mentally, he's probably like 100 years old at this point. He's had to
Yeah,
deal with a lot of shit.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
After he was a nuclear device, I think he's aged 100 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some
And
good
this is
points are
probably
being
not the
made
first
here.
time they've done this. Like, we don't know what he's done in the past 4 years, so shrug.
I
Like,
felt
I don't know what's happening.
I felt a little bad for Armin because like that look of on his face was just like, oh no. Like I just
He looked mad.
Yeah.
He looked mad, but also like he knows the pain that he's caused and suffered. I guess like I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Well, he's mad at Aaron for making him do this.
Yes.
As we come to learn.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man. That I'm
I have
just
some
gonna
thoughts about
say Levi has some of the best his best what is it, sentences, or like his parts
Lines?
are literally
Lines?
some of the best. There we go, lines. There we go. I can't put words into like sentences right now, guys.
That's okay. That's
So he has
okay.
some of the best lines in the entire episode. But yeah, we see Armin helping Aaron in. I literally put in my notes, like, okay, so he's currently on his hands and knees in front of the door. What the fuck about Mikasa? Like, are you just not caring about Mikasa, who's currently hanging on the side of the airship? Like, oh, who cares? I'm just gonna take my time to get in. And then we have the man himself say, damn, you're a filthy sight. You fall in a pile of shit? Levi asks him. And then as Aaron's about to say something, Levi's swift knee kicks him straight in the face. He's just like, I'm not having this. I'm done with you, and just kicks him across the
It
ear.
was so good to see Levi kick Aaron in the face again. I
You're
want that
crazy.
stated.
You're crazy. Levi needs to check himself
We
before
needed
he
him.
gets.
Levi needs to check himself.
Yeah.
What do you
You know-
mean?
It sounds like Aaron kind of was just like,
Listen.
"Hey guys, come over here.
Listen,
and,
listen,
let's see
listen.
how many."
Aaron did what Aaron needed to do. Okay. He needed to do
Well-
this for his people.
What? I
'Cause
don't know if that was true.
Listen, it's either you were gonna have a whole army attack you on the island. Would you rather?
And now you have a whole world wanting to kill you because
you were
killed
gonna have that
diplomats from
anyway.
around the
You were gonna
world.
have that anyway. So why not just like attack first? Preemptive strike.
As Aaron sees a lot, I am really shocked that he did not see that coming. Which
I'm
is
sure he probably
him
did.
getting a swift kick to the face and getting
Probably just didn't
Right,
care.
like,
Probably
legit-
deserved it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm.
know what?
I'm sure he was like, yeah, I deserve this. So let's just let
Mhm.
it happen.
Mhm.
with the dead eye.
I don't think that man cares about
he-
anything anymore.
He just did not give a shit. But then we see Mikasa
He's-
was able to get into the airship. Yeah, what's up, Ryan?
Oh, just that. I just think Aaron is just done. He has his own plan, his own idea of what's going to happen here. And it may not involve his friends and keeping everyone safe and happy. It may just be him going off and doing his thing. He's like, you can help me if you want to. I got plans.
I gotta say, Aaron's an asshole.
No, you're crazy.
Oh, no, Aaron's
Guys,
terrible,
he's doing
terrible
this for his
person.
people. He's doing this for his people. Okay.
Look at poor Armin. I never felt bad for Armin once in my life.
Listen,
till this episode.
Armin, I don't know, kind of also did this to himself. No, wait, no, that's not true.
What?
That's not
Did
true.
he?
No, that's
I
not
don't-
true.
Yeah, that's
That's
not
a-
true at
that's a
all.
lie,
What
that's
do
a-
you mean?
Okay, that's a lie. That's a lie. I just lied. I'm sorry. Aaron did this to Aaron.
The Dark Knight is the worst Batman movie. Never forget that's what this man said.
What? No. No, come on. You know what I meant. All right, we're not getting back to this. The Dark Knight Rises is
Oh.
the worst Dark Knight movie. Okay.
Oh my god. That's your opinion. All right, let's continue. So, oh man. Armin stops Mikasa from completely destroying Levi because she is incredibly angry about the fact that her man just got swift kicked in the face. Um, oh my god. Levi responds with, "This brings back memories, Aaron. You have such a kickable face. Damn. Like, okay, sir. Like, okay." Oh,
Go off,
man. And yeah, and he's just like, "We'll have a conversation after we tie you up in the back," which is not just tying up. They literally chain him
But with rope.
to the wall.
But so he can't
Yeah.
bite himself anywhere and turn into a Titan.
Mhm.
I mean, that's true. They, man.
At least that's from the way they had him chained up. That's looked why they did it. Is so that he can't bite his arm.
Yeah.
Because
It makes
his
sense
arms
why.
were out like this way, right? Horizontally.
Yeah. Yeah, he was chained like this with his arms stretched out, so he couldn't give himself a nibble and destroy the whole airship.
I'm gonna be honest, I would not be
Killing
comfortable in an airship because what happens if there's any sort of turbulence? Like you're like only there with your arms and you're like going back and forth like that. But you know what? He doesn't care. Once again, the Dead Eye crew, he just does not give a diddly damn. The president of the
Diddly
Dead Eye
damn.
Club. He did not give a diddly damn.
Fiona Flanders,
Oh
thank
my
you.
goodness. You're welcome. You're welcome. Aaron, like, my goodness. Since Levi specifically said that they would have a conversation after he got tied up, he said, "Well, I sent you a letter. Didn't you understand it?" Dude, you're already about to get punched in the face again, but I digress.
This
Oh,
was like the
man.
beginning of like
Um,
this is my decline of my enjoyment of the episode because it made me realize like, oh, like they weren't all in on it. It wasn't a plan they executed like together, and that like let's keep going. I have more thoughts later.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, no, I will tell you right now, I agree. For more reasons than just a certain thing happening. So,
Right.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. He then ends the conversation by telling him to calm down to Levi and say that everything. Oh my goodness. Levi says that to Aaron and says, "Calm down. Everything went the way that you wanted to. As we panned it out, and as like we figured this out, and then all we see on the side is some smoke or maybe some steam. Who knows?" And then we cut to the soldiers below, still struggling, engulfed in smoke, shooting up at the airship, but to no avail. And one of them is yelling that they need to kill as many of them as they can. And then this is where Jean specifically says that they can't damage the ship at this point and that they all need to go. And then one particular man says he's going to stay back, which is the slightly new Commander Lobov. And he orders him to fly back. And Jean says, he follows his orders. But then Lobov reminds him, like, "I'm literally a recruit. There's no need for the garrison anymore, especially an overpaid geezer," which I put in my notes because I thought that was a pretty funny line. And then he just flies down as Jean goes upward. And then he's greeted by his two best friends, Connie and Sasha.
I love Connie.
Okay.
Always happy to see him back.
Connie, fantastic, and is always bringing the comedy with Sasha. I feel like there's Gene who's like serious most of the time, but then he gets into shenanigans because of those two. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds about right.
Yeah. 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 Gene quickly asks who's left, and then they realize that the Lima squad is still down below, but they did lose 6 people. My goodness. Then Flock decides to have a huge victory for the people who died, and that the fact that the new Eldian Empire's first battle ended in a victory. And Jean kind of like solemnly realizes that we lost 6 people. Like cheering and being excited because we lost 6 people isn't okay. Like he's pretty distraught over the whole situation. And you also see Sasha kind of being concerned as well, and currently doing her job by pointing a gun outwards out of the door and out of the airship. But then Connie moves in, cheering with them, wrapping his arms over the two of them, says, "First battle, huh?" Oh, this is Jean specifically saying that they had a first battle, but how many more do they need to fight? And then Connie comes over and says, "I'm glad that we survived again. It's not very fair to the others, but you guys are special to me." And becomes very serious for a moment, and then the tension is broken when Jean starts to make fun of Connie again, and then they kind of go back and forth making fun of Jean's beard. And Sasha asks, yeah, Connie says, "Excuse me, Jean, you're the idiot who's always fussing over your tiny ass beard." And then Sasha says, "That's right. Why grow a beard when you can't eat it?" And then asks when the food is going to be ready. And they said, "Not until we get back to the island." And she says, "What a useless leader you are." And they all joke, and that's the end of the scene.
I gotta say, not Sasha's best line.
No,
No.
not the best line. I will admit, I then put in my notes, we see Gabby in brackets, mega fuck face, still running down the street. Falco close behind as he's trying to ask her to wait and tries to reach her, and then finally gets a hold of her by her shoulder, and then says, "Come on, they're literally flying away. You obviously know that we can't stop this. Like they're going to fly away anyway." And then Gabby goes into a very long monologue about the fact that she is an Eldian, after explaining that her friends died, Sophia died, Udo died in very graphic explanation, and the gate guards died. And even though that she was an Eldian, the gate guards still helped her, and that they were there to help her, and that she grew up in this particular location, and that even though she was treated so poorly, it was still her home. And she wanted to fight her way to make sure that everyone knew that the Eldians were good people. And so this is her current goal, is to make the world realize that Eldians are good people. Even though she was in an internment zone, it was still her home and where the people she cared about lived. And she then asked Falco, like, "Isn't the trampling unforgivable? And yet you're telling me not to run after them when Zeke was killed before our eyes, and you're letting them get away with it. Like, this is on you, Falco," which I think was a little bit much, but at the same time, like, I understand where she's coming from at this point, because she's a 12-year-old kid who sees her idols dying in front of her and her family and friends dying in front of her, and she's trying to find a way to fight her way out of this. I get it. I still don't care. I still
As someone who has less of an emotional reason for hating Gabby, to me, the whole monologue was very parallel of two, like I've been saying this whole time, young Aaron Yeager, when it was him talking to Mikasa and Allman about them joining the Survey Corps to kill all the Titans and everything. It was very reminiscent of that kind of speech, that make or break moment type deal.
yeah, for sure. Like, if this had been different circumstances, I think or if we had been watching the Marley side for the past 3 seasons, maybe I'd feel bad for Gabby, but I don't in a way. And I understand that she's a literally a 12-year-old kid who's been grown and she's been literally like taught to think this way. But there was, to me, a difference between where Aaron was in season 1 and where Gabby is right now, whereas Aaron believed that there was huge monsters that came in and destroyed his home and family, whereas she's constantly calling them devils, but she literally has seen them as a human being. Like, that was a huge struggle that they had in season 3, where they're like, "We haven't killed people before, all we have done is we've killed titans."
Titans, yeah.
And they had that, like, really difficult thing they had to go through. Whereas Gabby, as we can see in this episode, she will shoot literally anybody. Like, she does
I
not give a
mean,
diddly damn who it is. She wants to kill Aaron, she wants to kill Sasha, but it's very clear that
the
she
first
does not have
time
a clear shot.
the first time we see Gabby is in a war zone, taking an explosive device to take out a machine gun turret. So she was born and bred for war.
Yeah. No,
That is all she is.
I think her faults come from being conditioned that way too, because she's not thinking like how other people are thinking. She's very much like in these binary extremes, like how Fiona mentioned.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah. Because I know even like when we get into it later on, but then when Colt tries to stop them from going like flying upwards, like he knew the circumstances as well. He's in the same boat as her. I get that she sees them a certain way and she thinks that killing the people, like the devils of paradise, are going to justify her existence and show that, like, hey world, like, we're actually good people, like we took out this evil of paradise. Parody, my apologies, I keep on switching between paradise and parody, but I digress. But either way, it just, like, she's constantly having that internal struggle. And I think, yeah, from what we've seen so far, there are other people in the same circumstances or in a rougher circumstance than she was, and she's still going at this particular point. So, because we even saw with Udo, where he was just like, nothing's gonna get better. Like, it was almost the same way as Aaron is now, where it's just like, even outside of the internment camp that we're in, it's still terrible for us. And he realizes that there's other ways to do this. I don't know.
I got to give it to
And I've
Falco for
tried
trying
to
to.
like,
Oh, sorry, I cut you off.
oh, continue. No, continue.
No, I had to give it to Falco for trying to be the voice of reason in that situation, being like, "Look, this is more complicated than you're making it out to be. Like they attacked first, or
Yeah.
we
We
attacked
attacked
them
first.
first." Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Because he realizes that, like, he even says, like, they were trampled on, and Gabby's like, what are you talking about? And he says, like, the enemy was attacked by Marley warriors, and a lot of people died, so this is revenge for them. And Gabby asks him, like, well, did you see it? And he's like, no. And she's like, well, I didn't either. And then that's the end of the scene. So she's still in very much a disbelief that this, he may have heard, or she doesn't even know what happened. She didn't, like, she may have heard a little bit of what happened in the basement, but probably not to the extent that Falco, like, witnessed, which would have been mostly Aaron and Reiner talking about the fact that they are the same person. Oh goodness, we're getting into some great parts, guys. Thumbs up. She says, besides, they're all just island devils who threaten world peace, and you should know that. And they're nothing like that, nothing like us, and they all deserve to die. And then we see a clip of the airship. The Lima squad is back, which means they're good to go. Lobov, I think I'm pronouncing his name correctly. It's Lobov.
Yeah.
Lobov?
It's Lobov.
Such a killable
Yeah.
face.
Oh man. God. I mean, yeah, in the next 3 seconds, she then sees a young girl out in the street and is just like a child, and then gets shot straight in the face. And proceeds to fly up in the air. He flies around all willy-nilly and then crashes to the ground. And now he's essentially like a little lure for the two kids to get interest in. Fantastic. I'm so happy for this. I'm so happy for her. You know what, guys? Just thumbs up. Um my goodness. She's shocked by the fact she even hit him in the first place. She runs over and realizing that he's still connected to the ship. Falco finally catching up to her after we saw him just standing out in the street while she ran away. We saw that kind of internal struggle there, and we see it here as well when he's telling her, like, what are you doing? Like, you need to stop. Like, this is like, you need to get away from the body, because like at this point they don't even know if he's actually dead or not. Like, she was kind of adjusting his stuff and everything and had the gun in her hand, but he could technically still be alive. But obviously he's very much dead. We all know that he's dead. Rest in peace. Sayonara.
Rip in peace.
Rip in peace. Falco then says, like, you are planning on getting onto the ship, are you? Like, do not do that. Like, that's not a good idea. Very much realizing that it is a suicide mission. She says, I'm going to kill all those island devils, tell my mom and dad, let Reiner and the others know I fought till the end. Even if we don't win today, you guys will carry on my will. After being absent for an episode and a half, we see Colt running down the street, and we see Falco have an internal struggle between the two situations. He either A, can go with Colt and stay in Marley, or he can go with Gabby, and he decides to go with Gabby.
Smart move.
Thumbs up.
Wait,
Smart
Great
move.
choice, kid.
Who was the kid who got trampled?
What's his face?
That was Udo.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought that was Colt. This whole time I thought that was Colt.
No, remember, because Colt picked him up and took him to the doctor.
That's right. I had
Yeah.
him flipped.
Yeah.
I had him flipped. Okay.
Yeah. Thankfully, Colt's still alive.
Thankfully.
It's just Udo's currently. I mean, God, we'll talk about that later.
We don't like the Marlians,
mostly,
so
like,
they can just,
Listen, we only like Mikasa.
technically,
He's not wrong.
Mikasa is pretty great.
Yeah.
I can't argue that. She's a fantastic character. Oh my god. Gabby tries to do her goodbyes, and that tells him, you were a good one. It's pretty much saying, like, you're the real one, and then proceeds to try to fly away, but that doesn't work. And he grabs onto
You're
her.
a real one.
You're a real one. Flies away. And then she says, like, why are you with me? Like, why did you grab onto me? And he's just like, the one who should inherit the armor titan is me. Because he had a flashback of Reiner saying that either you protect her or I'm going to kill you. So, you know what? I understand why he did it, but I don't think it was the best idea.
Listen,
And he knows where Reiner's headspace is.
honestly, I would have been like, Reiner, she just, like, dipped, bro. Like, there was nothing I could have done, She wanted to go
She
into
said Owie and left.
Yeah, she was like, I'll catch you guys later, and just like, there's nothing I can do. I'm not fucking Spider-Man,
Hey man, she said BRB. What was I supposed to do?
Yeah, she said she's gonna be right back. She'll be back. And then that's when you see the body just flop to the floor. And I was like, see? What did I tell you?
The kid's body fall through the roof.
Well, no, I'm thinking that they're outside in the streets.
Gabby.
Yeah, because that's when the guy's just like, oh shit, I accidentally pushed her out the airship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the time to say we're brought here not by Sprite, but come on, let's have some Sprite.
That is-
Unfortunately, I don't have
If I
any
had
product
Sprite.
placement,
Wow.
I mean, I do. It's
That's
just
not it.
like
Sometimes-
not with me.
Oh, we're brought to you by Ichiraku Ramen.
There you go.
Okay, that's something.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, guys. So they fly up, and they head to the bottom
Quick
of the
ad break.
airship.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Oh, thanks for that. Okay. Yeah, go for it. Oh, thank God. I don't
Yeah,
need to.
yeah, really. Let's really just draw out this moment for
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I was on 2 podcasts last night, and they're like, "Oh, like, where can we see you?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm this Attack on Titan podcast over the Penultimate Conquest. As a heads up, if you check us out tomorrow night, I'm gonna be sobbing, so enjoy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible plan for Gabby too, by the way. Let's take a bolt action rifle against this like entire platoon of people.
What did she think she was going to accomplish?
Something.
Also,
Well, I think she was hoping that she would just see Eren Yeager and get that one shot.
But it's not like she was able to like just go back out, like jump out, and you know what I'm saying? Like she was stuck.
Oh no! This was a suicide mission.
knew.
It was
She knew.
stupid.
That's why
Just
she
how
was doing
many
all
can
of
you
her
get
goodbyes. She knew
before
that she
you
was
go?
dead.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah. Oh man. So we cut to the scouts. Sasha hears a noise outside and says, "Hey Jean, do you hear the noise?" And Jean tells everyone to be quiet. Oh man. But Flock continues to say, like, "We won! Victory!" and still continues the very loud noises in the room. And then we see Gabby slowly moving in as Connie asks Jean if Lobov has come in or is he still outside. He says, "No, I think he's already in. Like, everything should be fine." Oh man. And then Jean slow mos as he hears a noise coming from the door as he sees a young girl do a barrel roll with a gun in her hand, taking a knee, and then shooting into the crowd of people, not taking any sort of aim, but shoots Sasha square in the chest. Gasping for air, Sasha stumbles back. Both Connie and Jean frozen. Gabby unable to react herself. Um, and frozen is what she just did. We see a slow pan of Sasha's bleeding body on the floor as Connie calls out Sasha.
And this is when
Intermission.
I would have said, Connie, you son of a bitch, why didn't you just let me go check to see if Lobov was still outside?
I'm just
Someone
saying
should
right
have been doing
now,
their job.
if she had one, I blame Flock. Oh, I just pulled my headphones out as I was talking. Two, if she had aimed just a little bit, I believe it's to the right, she would have hit Flock instead of Sasha.
Boom, even better.
It was inches.
Even better.
She could have taken out Flock, but I understand for the severity of the situation and for certain things to happen, it makes sense that it hits Sasha. Do I think this was a good thing? No. Am I happy about this? No. But I understand why they did this. What's up, Christian?
Okay, I'm gonna go on a little mini rant here, and you just stop me whenever. And if I'm reading something wrong, just let me know. I felt that Sasha's death was like almost 100% unnecessary.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
almost felt like it's the final season, so we should have someone who we have been following for the whole time probably die. And so I felt like one wasn't even like set up for me enough, especially since we hadn't been following them in this entire season 4.
Yeah.
So that was one. But I also felt like having her die only to have like be in service of Eren finally showing some kind of emotion, like doesn't work in terms of like writing proper females. Like I don't know if that makes sense at all. Like she should have a more important role than just dying just to have a man show some kind of emotion. And
Should've
that to
been
me was
Connie.
problematic. It should have been Connie. I agree. Yes. Yeah.
It 100%. It had to be somebody from that group. It had to be somebody from the other trio. Jean or Connie would have been a better pick, though. Jean would have been heartbreaking.
I feel
And
like
I would have been able to live with that.
I feel like because it was Connie's fuck up, it should have been Connie. Because again,
I would have hurt more if it was Connie. I like to hurt.
I mean, I only like Connie for that one episode where they realize, like, oh shit, that's my mom as a Titan. What the fuck is going on? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
He
god,
didn't
yeah, I forgot
cry
about that.
because of his. He didn't get upset when his mom became a Titan. He didn't get upset when his dad became a Titan. He didn't get upset when his two brothers became Titans.
Oh, but he got upset for
There was
this.
multiple times got upset because of Sasha.
Because they were
Which,
cahooting.
well, they were best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Finn.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna be honest. As someone like I understand that for especially I know you guys mentioned that you'd been more upset if Connie had died. I agree. I still would have been upset if Connie died because I loved Connie. Like him making jokes about like, isn't it nice for your roof to be back over your head, Aaron, as he watched his actual like the literal roof of Aaron's old house flew up in the air in season 3. Like that was golden. But
I guess it makes
Oh,
sense
man,
because
that was, like, such
everyone
a good
loves
scene.
Sasha, you know? I guess now that I'm thinking
Oh.
about it, yeah, everybody loves her.
For
Yeah,
an
that's the one-
emotional weight, Sasha or Jean would have been the pick.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's one of those things where like someone mentioned I'm so bad, guys, when it comes to TikToks, and I should have looked this up beforehand. Someone specifically has been talking about doing parallels of the last seasons of Attack on Titan to literally Norse mythology when it comes to Ragnarok, which is the end of the world. So for Ragnarok to come into fruition, the literal the kind-hearted character that everyone loved had to die. And so in this particular regard, they took Sasha, who is loved by everybody. And if you didn't love Sasha, I don't care about you.
Oh, no.
Wow.
You see,
You know what? That's fair, though. That's
okay,
fair.
you know what? That's a little.
That's fair.
It's because, like, for at least me, like, this particular character came into a point in my life where I was going through a very difficult time, and then having to watch her die not only in the manga, but then having to watch it on screen, and then seeing it consistently through TikTok to a point where I said, I'm stopping posting in or chat, which is in this Discord channel, because I'm like, I can't handle TikTok right now because people are constantly posting this with remixes and really sad songs. So it's just really, it was a difficult time, and I thought I could get through it, and I did not get through it very well. But yeah,
You know, as a
do
viewer,
I
oh
wish
sorry.
Connie? Sure. Oh no, I was just gonna say if it could have been Connie, I would have been a little bit like I would be a little less sad right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
What were you gonna say, Christian?
Well, I guess I'll just hold it because it'll come back a little bit later at the end of the episode. So I'll just wait till then.
Sounds good.
The intermission, I wrote it out because it was very interesting because they talked about how many bullets are in a military grade bolt action rifle that are used by the Marlians. That there are only 5 bullets in the rifle. One of them, I believe, was shot in last episode by the gate guard. Another one was shot to kill Lobov. So Gabby went in with 3 bullets to kill apparently the entire doubles of parody. So it was very, very much very straight. That really sealed the fate of the fact that this is 1000% a suicide mission for this girl. She's looking for Aaron or the girl who shot the gate guards, which she succeeded. And honestly, kind of it fights with me a little bit because during episode 5 where where I think it was episode 5, no, it was last episode where Sasha shot the 2 gate guards, that Sasha had the shot. She could have killed Gabby, but she was told by Aaron and Jean that she can't kill civilians. And at that particular point, Gabby was dressed up like a civilian. And so that's probably why she didn't take the shot at that time, which could have saved us all a huge problem, this whole entire situation, if she had just shot Gabby. Oh man, these are things that I think about, guys.
If this child could have died, it'd all be okay.
I'm glad we're doing this because I completely forgot that it was Sasha that took out the 2 guards, which I think
Yep.
makes obviously Gabby shooting Sasha a bit more poetic.
Yeah, but
Um,
did she see Sasha shoot them?
Oh, they made
Yeah,
direct
probably.
eye contact.
Okay, all right. I'm just double
Yeah.
checking because if I remember correctly, I thought it was just shadows that she saw.
No,
They
she
made
looked
direct
up
eye
and made
contact.
direct eye contact, and she
Okay.
was just taking the gun off. That's what made her take the gun off the dead body and start running down the street.
Gotcha.
I will say I'm liking this episode more now that we talked about it because I left it like honestly like not liking it at all. So thank you everyone.
No problem.
I'm happy that we were able to make the better episode for you.
Yay for Sasha's death.
No.
Okay, I can't even cheer for that. So we come back to Gabby preparing her next shot. Jean takes the shot first, shooting her 3 times, but it misses because Falco has come and saved the day again. Falco, I love you, but holy cow, I am really done with you protecting Gabby. It's the same thing with Mikasa. Like, you're protecting Aaron a lot, and the same thing goes for Falco protecting Gabby. Oh my goodness. But then Gabby also shoots and pretty much misses Jean's ear, which was great. And then the scouts become irate and running towards the children, screaming as they beat the living shit out of both of them. This was not
Hey,
in the manga.
no,
Them getting
no. I
beat
was
up.
like, I don't remember the child beating in the manga.
No, they didn't add this at all. They cut.
I just want to say it's well deserved.
No, I'm with
I
you.
am because I think that was something like I know like the manga readers were like, why didn't they just get their ass beat? Like, what the hell is happening?
Yeah.
Like, why did they go from cut to the other room and they're just tied up? And like, why didn't they receive their ass beat? And they did. Thank goodness. Thank you so much for adding this into the episode. This made my day when I.
This is why we don't get ad sponsorships because we endorse child beating in anime.
I mean, fair point. I got nothing
You know
to
what?
say.
After you're done with that and you need a refreshing drink, Sprite is there for you.
Oh boy.
Need to sock some kids.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Did you just see your best friend
man.
die right in front of your eyes?
Oh,
Have a nice
Better
Sprite. Have a nice Sprite.
or one of those iced teas that dude got. I'm not gonna reference that video. That's dated. No.
Arizona iced tea, even better.
I was like,
Oh, you got one.
Yeah.
Twist
I mean,
nice.
it's not the same one. It's not the same one.
reference.
I'm not rich enough to buy a twisted tea.
Oh my god. All right.
I also don't know if I need you getting shit faced on the podcast, Ruben.
I was so
I'm
tempted
just
to
saying.
just get a gin smash and drink it through this entire episode. And by episode, I
nice.
mean talking on this podcast, because I think that would have made this a lot easier. So see Gene still standing in where he was, but then we get gets cut short by Connie yelling Sasha's name, holding her shoulders and just trying to shake her awake. And both Jean and Connie start yelling her name, kneeling beside her, and she says, "You're so damn loud." Sasha's eyes start to move a little bit, and then we see a clip of blood pooling below her. She asks, "Are we eating soon?" And Jean calls out for bandages and says that they need to stop the bleeding. Connie asks her to make it to the island for more medical help, I assume. And her last words are meat, which is Miku. And we'll talk about the significance of that in the next episode.
Okay, cool.
And I made a note for that. Because that's a very important part that people have actually pointed out. So they begin.
I might. Well, I
What's
might
up?
need you to. I might need you to link me to some of that stuff because when I first watched it, my initial viewing of it was like, all right, like she's more than just her jokes to eating and food. Like she deserves a bit more here.
Yeah. There, like, it's explained quite early on in next. I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna be explained in next episode. But I will definitely bring that up that point in the
Okay.
next episode. For sure. And I've already made a note in my notes for next episode that like that's one of the first things that I mentioned. But yeah, they begin to wrap her body, and you see that the blood is still seeping through the bandages faster than they can wrap her. And with the same dead eyes that Udo had in episode 6, Gene is still standing there holding his head while two medics continue their efforts. Flock holding the two beaten children by the hair, letting Gene know that they climbed aboard with Lobov's ODM gear. I'll toss him outside, all right? And then Gene yells in anguish and says, "If we toss out we toss kids out of an airship, will the killing ever end?" And the airship continues to fly off. Gian, I've typically agree with you on multiple situations, but this was not the time. Not the time to feel remorse. Use
Not
the
at all.
same anger that you had while you shot Peck, and you just throw the kids out the door. My God. So we cut to Magath asking the soldier, who was left to keep an eye on Falco and Gabby, "You fucked up, my dude. Like, you did not do your job correctly." And Magath asks, "Where are the kids?" And he's just like, "They ran off when I had my back turned, without warning." What? This soldier. Before Magath is able to question Peck, she lets him know that she remembers a soldier who led Porco and her into the trap. "I remember seeing that same soldier 3 years ago when they were first on the scout fleet sent to Parody after Reiner came back." And then Magath and Peck both realized that they were a part of the missing crew. And we don't know what specifically happened at that point as of yet and what the situation was, but they were the same, one and the same, and that they looked so awful in their beard. And we cut to the very same person where Levi asks, "How long are they going to keep this stupid beard on?" And the bearded character thought that it was well received and that everyone liked it, but they took it off anyway. Levi's is full of sass this episode, and I love it.
I'm
And
there
they
for it.
both hear. Pardon?
I'm here for it. Sassy Levi's best Levi.
I think best Levi would be like 6'1",
I need to
6'2".
stop unplugging my headphones.
That's a good one, Christian. Well
No,
done.
wasn't good.
What?
Oh no, we missed it.
Oh, Ryan said that sassy Levi is best Levi, and I said that
Yeah.
best Levi would probably be like 6'1" or 6'2".
It's true. It's true. It's true. Oh my goodness. Oh man. We see Gabby screaming, "Don't touch me, you devils." Well, you already failed at that one because they've already beat the crap out of you.
Yep.
We haven't lost yet. Really? The rest of our comrades will carry the will of War Chief Zeke. Really? Looking worse for wears at this point. And then I put, "Little does she know, ... Falco tells her to stop fighting and to just stop. But she does not listen whatsoever. And then continues on saying that the true Eldians will continue to live and that will haunt you if we die. And then she just continues on. He Oh my goodness. Jean looks at her and says, like, "We can take you to the leader. We can take you to who is the mastermind of the situation. And you can tell him exactly what you told me. The goal. But I'm really going, like, I'm here for it." Jean opens the door to the room. The main onlookers, which is currently Levi. Oh my goodness. It's Levi, Armin, Mikasa, Aaron, as far as we know, and then the non-bearded person in the corner. And they both looked in shocked, but we don't really know why they look in shock for a moment. As we cut to Magath asking how Pick knew that it was them, she recalls, well, it's someone I had particular interest in because they were a devout follower of Zeke. The war chief himself, Zeke, sitting there, just chilling out, currently steaming up a storm, asking, "Why are you here?" The kids ask the exact same question, and Gabby quickly asks why he let them capture him. Zeke, Aaron, and now I put the non-bearded person and the squad continue to look at them very confused and perplexed why they have two children on the ship. Um, Levi asks who the kids are. Gene explains the situation and that he doesn't think that Sasha is going to make it. Armin and Mikasa, shocked by the news, run into the other room to the back. This kind of situation kind of reminds me, and when Levi was talking about the fact that, like, oh, are they still celebrating? It was almost like episode 2, The Train, where they had the main squad in the front and then the side squad in the back, including Falco, the kids, the rest of the kids, and then Reiner checking up on them. So it kind of had the same sort of vibe. My goodness, this
Yeah, very much so.
Hanji joins
Love
the
Hanji.
captain's room. Oh God, Hanji,
Who doesn't,
fantastic.
you know?
She rocks that eye patch. So good.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Yeah.
Oh,
she
Hanji's
looks
the
great.
best.
She's fairly more serious this episode than she is in other episodes, though. Typically, she has some sort of like comedic quip, my apologies, but she definitely doesn't have many of those this episode, if at all, which definitely seems a little bit weird for her, but obviously due to the situation, she didn't get those opportunities. Plus, there was other people being super snarky that they didn't need to have Hanji on top of it.
Yeah.
um, Hanji asks, did everything run the way you wanted it to play out, Zeke? And Gabby and Falco then realize the severity of the situation and now, like, what the fuck is happening? Because they thought he was just captured, but now realize that he's actually the mastermind of the entire situation.
Hated this.
He says, for the most part, but there were a few miscalculations. And Hanji asks, who are these kids? And Zeke replies with miscalculations.
Great.
Damn.
Great.
What the heckity heck, my dude? Like, this was fantastic. Like, I was like, oh, God. This scene, when I first read it and then seeing it in the anime, I'm just like, this is fantastic. The timing
Really?
was impeccable.
Oh, I
Oh, the
think
timing,
this
the
is
timing.
amazing.
Pardon?
Christian, please go into
No.
why you hate
No. You had your hand up. I want you to say why. You go first.
Oh, I think this is amazing. I think the plot twist here is fantastic. Of him being his brother, of you knew one of the members was going to be on the other team. And you guys have been thinking it's a different boy this entire time.
No.
But for it to turn out to be Zeke was fantastic.
Yeah.
No, I mean as soon as
continue.
Zeke said, "Let's have that meeting in the what was it, the first episode, second episode?" I immediately knew like he's playing for the other team.
Oh, I didn't pick up on. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I didn't pick up on that at all.
In episode 3, when you see Aaron having a conversation with Falco, Aaron has a present. The present is a baseball mitt. When that happened, I just had a huge smirk on my face because I'm like,
Yep.
I know exactly what that's from. And
okay.
because
Wait, so that was that from Zeke? Sorry.
Yeah, it was from Zeke. Yes, it was from Zeke. Yeah.
Very clever.
Yeah. It was it's really well done. I thought that was like picking up, like, if this entire season is very much like there's hints everywhere and then you need to like pay attention to them. And I know it's easier for like Ryan and I because we've read the manga, but like
Mhm.
it's also like when I read the manga and then I like put two and two together, I'm like, oh shit, like this now makes sense what the gift was that, and then going on to this, it's just like it now makes sense. Like there was no way for this to have not gone the way that it did without having
The question I have is everybody else in on it too, or is this just a Zeke thing?
Apparently not, man, because like he killed hella scouts in season 2. You know?
so
Mhm.
yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's explained later on.
Okay.
I don't care for
Um,
it. I don't want to hear
Oh,
it.
wait,
That's
hold on. Are we saying that Zeke has been on the same side this entire time? I thought it was just okay. All right, because I was like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. Him and
This is what bothers me is that it's not clear at all, and it felt very like plot twist for the sake of plot twists. It's just like, oh come on, man.
give it till this
No, no,
weekend.
no,
You know,
for sure, but like it still didn't like I was
You
still a
need a
little like negative coming out of the episode.
yeah,
You did the cliffhanger for the end of
no,
the episode.
yeah.
That makes sense.
yeah. Also,
Mm.
when I remember reading this, I was mad 'cause, like we lost like literally the majority of the scouts. Like, why the hell is this happening? Like, I was also in your shoes, Christian. Why? Like, I was really, really upset that this overall happened because it didn't make any sense. Um, but then, yeah,
I'll trust you
yeah.
guys,
I don't
but
know what else to say.
I have
Yeah,
one final gripe.
I can't say anything without
Yeah, go for
saying
it.
too
What's your
much.
other gripe?
My last gripe is that have been loving this like all out assault from the scouts on Marley. And for me to find out that it was essentially a rescue mission because Aaron was forcing them to come over here did not sit well with me. I was ready for like these two forces that we have been watching to like finally clash in some epic way. And it was great. It was grandiose. But that like
Yeah.
one aspect completely like shifted my perspective on it and not for the better.
Yeah.
Oh, as
No,
it
and that's
should.
why everyone's mad. That's why everyone's pissed.
Mhm.
You
That's
see,
why Hanji says like like you trusted us and we didn't like and
we
now
don't
we don't
trust you
trust you.
anymore. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
don't think it was a.
There's a reason why he's chained.
Say that again, Ryan.
There's a reason why Aaron is chained like a freaking animal to a seat. It's because he proved he's so fucking unhinged. He's like, I'm going to do this. You can either deal with the consequences here with a good plan and good tactics, or you can deal with whatever fallout's left from what I do, and they come overseas. He stymied them. They had one choice.
I think this
Or-
was their best choice, though. Like
You-
this was the only choice that they could have done. It was either that or be slaughtered.
That's why
So,
it's shitty.
now we're getting to my biggest problem with Attack on Titan and this the way it's entirely been done. Is every fucking season is about how do we save Eren and how many
Mhm.
people are going to get killed saving
Yes.
Eren.
Now, okay, but
Hanji's also done with it.
I just
I
Yeah.
just want to add that. Hanji makes it very clear that she's done with it as well.
I just don't see this as a rescue mission per se. Like, I think if it was just a handful of people with Aaron and Armin, I think they would have been fine without the whole squad coming up on the airship. But especially if they had Zeke's help, like I don't know. I just feel like this wasn't really a rescue mission. This was just a mission to save themselves.
But it's also like season 4, and I want to see them work together and like have a sense of camaraderie.
Yeah.
Not having this internal struggle that has been happening since season 1. Like, this is a stupid example, but like
Maybe
think about Endgame. Like, what if one person from Endgame like forced everyone to go back in time, to go get him?
Mhm.
You know, how would that change that story? That's an awful example. Forget I said that.
Okay.
No,
No, but
no, it's
I-
definitely like
I
100%.
Of people who need to be thrown out the airship into the ocean, it goes Gabby, then Aaron. You can strap them together if you want to.
No. I don't think that's at all. Again, Aaron has saved so many fucking lives.
How many has he killed?
But he's also
Aaron
killed
has
people.
saved so many fucking Eldian lives. All right? And I think this was what was necessary, okay? I'm going to say it right now. I think he did the right thing. This was the right decision. Okay?
Well, Hanji disagrees. Just as a heads
Well,
up.
Hanji,
I'm not talking against myself, but
Oh, what are you going to say about Hanji?
I'm sorry, Hanji, you're just wrong in this instance. I love you to death, but you're just wrong.
wow,
Okay?
that is completely.
This was a
But
perfect plan, okay? I mean, well, it could have been better. There could have been better if he had just taken. Did he? I gotta make sure I got this right. He did not eat the Jaws Titan. Is that true?
no.
He has
No.
Warhammer now.
He just has the Warhammer. Why didn't he just take take the Jaws Titan away from?
Because when
Because
he was
Mikasa stopped him,
Reiner.
essentially.
about to,
Yeah, but all you needed to
Reiner
do,
appeared out.
all you needed to do is just punch Reiner again, and he would have been fine. You would have just taken the Jaws Titan.
But how fast is Reiner going to come at you? That's the thing.
Reiner
If
is
you-
okay.
a guy though in Aaron's shoes, a friend of his that he looks at, but also the purest rival he has in forms of strength.
Yeah.
Possibly the only person at the moment, because Warhammer is now dead, to be able to kill him in Titan form would be Reiner. He's the only one who has that ability.
I see what you're saying.
I wouldn't. You don't have the time. You're trying to bite down on this thing, and you're going to get fucking killed.
I just
Can't wait for Aaron to die.
no, stop! Don't say
It's going to
that.
be great.
No, stop! What are you guys doing to me? I honestly think that. Yeah, that's all.
I
That's
care
all
more
got.
about Reiner.
No.
Fiona,
I'll be
what are
honest.
your thoughts?
She has no thoughts.
I think. No, okay. First of all, thoughts.
I meant of the
Believe me,
episode,
this
of the
episode's
episode.
Entirely.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I mean, like, of this episode, I have many thoughts.
Okay.
But I'm saying that this particular situation, I think Aaron was very reckless, and I think he should have planned this differently. Because there could have been ways, like, all they need, like, what they could have done is they already knew that they were planning on having Marley, like, soldiers go across as well. Like, Magath had a plan to get the actual, like, Marleyan military, not specifically just the Eldians, but the people of Marley to fight as well. Like, there could have been multiple different situations that didn't include destroying hundreds of thousands of lives. And I'm not trying to defend Marley by any means, because Marley is trashed here. Like, they are a terrible, not specifically the Eldians, but the people, like the actual Marleyans, because they treated a group of people like complete trash, used them as like essentially machines and tools for their gain, and I feel like they definitely need to understand the repercussions of that, but I don't think it was well done, because not only did they lose 6 people,
Mm-hmm.
plus every other person who's died, because trying to save Aaron's butt, like, it's trying to save Aaron from Reiner and Berthold, trying to save Aaron from the entire, like, fight that happens in season 3. There's a fight in season 1 where Annie was coming after him, and so they had to protect Aaron. There was, like, so many different times where it's like, either we have to protect or save Aaron. Or when he was captured by the king of parody and was put into a chamber in his basement and was going to get consumed by his daughter. Like, there was so many times where we lost so many good characters because of Aaron's actions, that this was literally, like, this was the straw that broke the camel's back for me when it came to Aaron. And I was really upset, because even Hanji says it at the end of the episode, is Sasha's death is on you, and points at Aaron. Like, she realizes that this was all Aaron's fault. Like, them losing 6 people, they don't have the numbers like they used to. Like, in season 1, there were a lot of scouts. There are now probably like a dozen, maybe 2 dozen at the most. Like, Aaron is been so reckless with everyone's lives so he can continue what he wants to do and what his tasks are, that this was not the play. And I know Aaron has abilities and Aaron can do what, like, he has a plan, but he's not putting everyone else first. Where at the beginning of season 1, he was very much like, it's parody against the world. Like, we need to find out the cause of this, and we need to find the solution. Now it's very much like, how do I end this completely, whether or not I can protect my friend. So yeah, that's my rant.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think we're in agreement that Aaron sucks.
No,
Yeah.
everybody's in agreement except for me. I'm sticking by
Too
Aaron.
bad.
So that's majority vote.
See, I'm for the people of parody. Like, I'm on their side, like 100%.
So
like,
that's-
F Marley. Like, we didn't watch 3. Like, we haven't watched 3 almost a half season to be on Marley's side. Am I specifically like wanting everyone else in parody to like succeed? Absolutely. Do I think Aaron is completely selfish at this particular point?
Mhm.
Yes. I think he's blinded with the information that he has, and he's not thinking the full picture. Or he's seen too much of the big picture, and that he's just now missing certain things out of the entire like plot. Yeah.
Okay.
Look with your special eyes.
Yeah. But
All
then
right.
we come to Levi and Zeke having a like essentially a sass off between the two of them, because Jean calls out Zelina on the fact that she fucked up, and why did they allow the Cart Titan and the Jaws Titan to get out? And she says she's very quiet. She almost like she's on a whole other level compared to like Peck, where she just says like, I did what I was told, but I realized that this was my mistake and I apologize. But then Levi points out the fact that Zeke had to throw more rubble to cover up this mess up. And Levi says, that was some clever improv. For a clown like you, wouldn't you say, Hairball? Zeke comes back with, don't glare at me, Levi. What if I piss my pants? And you're quite the actor yourself, considering you want to kill me so badly. And then Levi starts moving towards Zeke, saying, I'm the kind of person who likes to save the best bite for last. I like to savor the taste. Okay, you two.
It's so strange.
I sense some sexual tension
I
between them.
enjoyed. There is some tension there. Let's see where it goes.
I'm so excited to see
Ooh.
where this goes.
Could you imagine
Um,
like the fan writing? What do you call that?
And
Fantasy
fiction,
writing?
Fan fiction?
the fan writing, fan
Yeah,
fiction.
fan fiction. Yeah.
Oh god, I would not. Oh, that would be overwhelming. Oh lord.
There's a meat
Aaron
joke in there
then
somewhere.
joins the-
I'm sorry. I'll stop.
No, I am. Oh god.
Fucking hell.
Aaron does his usual responses with just his face, and straightforward explains about the fact that they killed the Marley brass and destroyed their ports and fleets, and that should give them some time. But then Hanji very clearly points out, well, until the rest of the world comes after parody, like every time you get caught with by an enemy, we sacrifice lives to get you back, no matter how many times it takes, and how many lives it takes as well. And yet, knowing that, you went so far as to make yourself a hostage, just like you hoped. We didn't have much of a choice. You put your trust in us, and we lost our trust in you. She's done with him. Like, you can very much tell that this was probably not planned in the first place, because she says, like, you made your like, you got yourself into this situation, and we need to clean up your mistake now.
Yeah.
Um, and then Zeke has to come in and says, well, now we have the Founding Titan and a Titan with royal blood. The cost of those sacrifices will be paid through Eldia's freedom. Are they gonna have freedom now, Zeke?
Let the man dream.
Let him dream.
Oh God.
He's probably wrong, but yeah,
The
let him
door's
dream.
open.
Yeah.
Connie, wide-eyed and frozen, says 3 words. 1 second.
My name Jeff.
Stop. My name's Jeff.
Sorry. I
Holy fuck!
It was good. I liked it.
You know what? Yep, you know what? They say my name's Jeff, and then that's the end of the episode. Like, this was a great episode, guys. I'm just joking. He says Sasha is dead. As one tear streams down his cheek, music plays over Armin and Mikasa yelling towards her body. Oh, tears streaming down their faces. They try to shake her awake. Her eyes half open. Jean looks down at her in complete despair. They pan around to see everyone's reactions, and Aaron asks Connie, "Did Sasha have any last words?" Connie replies, "She said me." His pupil grows a little bit, and he begins to slowly laugh. As Hanji, Levi, and Jean question his mental stability as they watch him go from laughing to straight face. And then we see flashbacks of season 1 at the very end of the season where she's brought, quote unquote, meat from the officer's storehouse. And we get to see some old friends who have passed away because of Aaron, but I digress. And before, as we tried to reprimand her, she said, "We can just raise more cattle and sheep once we retake our land." Now see our precious comfort character, eyes closed, dead on the ground. Blood that once came from her mouth stopped, and Aaron and Mikasa continue to cry around her. Aaron grimaces. Oh, and Jean tells him, "Aaron, Sasha only died because you dragged the scouts out into this." And then that was the end of the episode.
To be continued.
Oh man.
Fucking hell!
This is why I don't like Aaron or Pagatti. Just saying.
Aaron or who?
Gabby?
Gabby.
Oh, or Gabby. Yeah. Oh, Gabby sucks.
Yeah.
Gabby isn't great, but I get where she's coming from.
No,
Well,
Gabby sucks.
no.
Okay. Gabby just straight up sucks.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Now, Aaron, on the other hand, I hate Aaron.
No.
Me and the homies hate Aaron.
No.
Oh, that's me. I'm the homie.
No. You're just wrong.
He is
though.
the homie.
Yeah. He Yeah.
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 Yep. This was a difficult episode to swallow for sure.
How many more episodes do we have?
We have exactly 8 episodes left until either they haven't openly said if it's going to be a movie or if it's going to be a second part of season 2. Not season 2, season 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I put
And
up a. Sorry, Fee, go ahead.
No, you can continue.
Okay, I put up a poll in the Kind of Anime Facebook group, and I asked for those who are up to date on the final season of Attack on Titan, did Aaron do the right thing? 2 votes are yes, 2 votes are no, and 2 votes are maybe. Which is
Why did you put
This
me-
is no help to us.
no, it's not. It's just so funny to me that it's
I would like it to be stated that one of the yes votes
Was
is
me.
Ruben and one of the no votes is me.
Yeah.
I gotta go
And
vote
one of the
no.
votes is also me.
I'm gonna go
also
skew
voted-
this.
Oh, did you really? Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh,
let
there
me,
it is.
Yeah, no,
Did
I
Aaron
got,
do the right
I
thing?
got the alert on my phone that you made a poll. I was like, oh, I better vote on this one.
Interesting.
Oh my god. Someone sent when I was preparing for this podcast and I watched absolutely everything over again. I said in that group, I've consumed all this information. Does anyone AMA? And someone said, "Do you think Aaron's a good person?" And I'm like, that is an an essay question that I do not have the time to answer. Like,
It's a yes or no question. Do you think he's a good person?
it is not a yes or no question.
It is
Absolutely
a-
not. I
That
It's
is
a
like
stack.
Okay, does the good outweigh the bad?
that's a
right now,
philosophical question.
You have to ask me that in comparison to where we are, because at the beginning of the show, I'll say yes.
I am
If it's where
asking
we're at
you.
right now,
I
we're-
am simply asking you: does the good outweigh the bad? As of right now of this episode, does the good outweigh the bad?
No, Aaron is now a cold, heartless monster.
you're literally
For
asking
lack of
me,
a better term, that is what Aaron is.
you're
Okay.
literally asking me the episode where my favorite character died because of his stupidity. Like, I'm not gonna say.
Okay.
Yeah, no, like I've said before, I'm definitely on parody side, like, and I'm on the side of the Eldians because even the Eldians that are in Marley were treated poorly and they were conditioned to believe that the people that literally share the same blood as them are terrible people. So they are in a circumstance where they have been brainwashed, absolutely, to believe that the people of parody are not good, even though they are literally the same people, but in different clothing.
I mean, Aaron is essentially a terrorist.
Yeah.
To be
No,
honest. That sounds like I'm joking. I'm not.
No. I know you're not joking, and I could see yes, but I could also see I see both sides of it. Like, yes, he is a terrorist because he just killed like a shit ton
There's
of
no
people.
but to this. There's no but to
He
this. Just to let
just
you know.
killed a shit ton of people. However, he's doing this for his home, you know? Like,
his home didn't really seem to be into
Is
it.
he doing it for his home?
I think so. I think
Because
he is
he's
doing for
also-
his home.
The people he calls home are getting killed off one by one. Like, he doesn't have a home at this point. It was flattened in season 1, and then it was re-flattened in season 3. So the only things that he has left are the people who surround him. And he just lost one of his major friends, like one of his closest friends. Because it's not Armin and Mikasa. Because obviously, this is probably a little controversial to say. They have plot armor on right now. Those two can't die right now. And then we have Connie and Jean, and then now we've lost Sasha. Because you saw how tragic that hit Armin and Mikasa. Whereas
Yeah.
Aaron was still just chained up and then started laughing because she said Miku. Like, it just irritates me. And I think that I agree with Jean. Like, this was on him. Like, her death is on him. Even though I hate Gabby. Like, Gabby can go out the airship.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Attack on Titan.
Yay!
Well, here is where we close out the show because I got nothing else to say. I think we've said it all. We said it all. Let's go straight into some plugs. Fiona, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at twitch.tv and twitter.com/Zeranix. Z if you're Canadian, and then ZURANIIX. So it's literally that. You don't need to put 2 Z's at the beginning. I was also recently on Speaking of Stadia because we talked about the newest changes that Stadia decided to drop yesterday. Thanks, Google, for dropping this right after that episode, because that's a whole other thing. Super happy about that. You can hear about my feelings on that episode. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes Stadia is gonna get bought by Valve in a few months. It's all good.
Whoa. Let's save that for another episode because this is not a video game podcast.
No, but
Christian-
we have one of those.
We do. Exactly. And we're going to save that for that. Christian,
Yeah.
where can people find you?
Yeah, please check out my movie podcast, Large Popcorn. We just did an announcement. We're doing a collaboration with Griffin Thennell from Disney Plus Us.
Ooh.
Whoa.
And Twitch streamer Dustin Cunningham. We're gonna watch the Lord of the Rings series. Dustin has been a huge fan all his life. Griffin has never seen them, so that should make for interesting conversation.
Lord of the Rings? What is that?
Nice.
I'm just fucking with
Shut
you.
up,
I'm
stop
just fucking with you. It's something
and
about
then,
a ring, you know?
we're also doing a podcast with my dear friend right here, Ruben, tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. It's exciting.
On a very, very cool movie.
Yes. Please don't say it. I want to.
I won't. No, I
Okay,
won't. I won't.
Okay, good. Yeah, it's gonna be real fun. I'm excited for that. Ryan, where can people find you?
People can find me on Twitter at, guessing it's probably somewhere over here, one of these corners.
Yeah.
It's somewhere.
Somewhere along the bottom row at Ryan the Lion 3055, and also be looking out next week for Ruben being on Anime Nation again, but this time with his mortal enemy Eric in a truly great shonen level battle of trivia. Some anime trivia that I've been writing out. I've been making the game. It's going to be a good time.
Again, this is like Goku in Ultra Instinct versus Yamcha. And I'm not Yamcha, okay? That's all I gotta say.
This is like Seinfeld.
From what I've been
Seinfeld.
hearing,
What?
No, I'm sorry.
I've been
Ryan,
hearing you've been making a bit like Yamcha, Ruben.
No.
You give me.
He's Yamcha, and I am Goku in Ultra Instinct. All his quips are just gonna deflect. I'm just gonna deflect them, and it's just gonna be him sitting in the dirt by himself, crying, and I'm just gonna throw. He's gonna be the kid that's gonna get thrown off the airship. Like, oh shit, my fault.
So is the trivia just like Dragon Ball?
No, it's all anime.
No, it's every
but
all
awesome.
anime.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
There'll be some Dragon Ball.
I'll be in the chat for that one. I think.
Yeah, please do.
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
We need-
will,
I, lo-
We
I
need
love trivia.
we need some people in the Discord chat because I have a feeling Ryan is going to try and skew this. So we'll talk
I
about that.
would- I would-
You see the smirk on his face? He would never.
I know, dude.
I'm not
I
buying it.
would never.
Yes.
I am 100% there.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Sounds good. We are doing one episode of the Penultimate Conquest podcast this week. It's I'll leave it out in the ethos of what the episode is. We'll see.
What are we doing this week?
We're doing Richie's episode, but I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That'll
That
be
should be
on
a cool one.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, that's all I got. Thank you guys for joining me once again on this lovely Tuesday evening, I guess. Have a good one. Bye.
Happy Black History Month.
Yes,
every
happy
month.
Black History Month. Can't forget
Yeah.
that. Wow,
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that. I feel like
I didn't realize it was February. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah. That was a flat circle. Yeah. On that note,